All right, guys, we're going on another walk. We're going to go around my neighborhood, my Barrio Pilo. Now, you've seen a little bit of it before in some other videos, but this time I'm going to be walking around and I'm going to be giving some information about living in a barrio, the good and the bad, little insider info, especially good for those of you thinking about making the move, maybe living in Costa Rica. You'll have some info to go by if you're thinking about living in a barrio. All right, let me do what I do. I'm Michael Allen, travelcostaricanow.com. Travelcostaricanow.com is a travel agency. Go to travelcostaricanow.com. Fill out the 4-minute form. You'll be that much closer to the vacation of a lifetime. We're like you, having best friends who live in Costa Rica, who know Costa Rica totally, hooking up your Costa Rica vacation. I'd appreciate a subscribe. I keep saying it, but it's true. Costa Rica is a tough nut to crack. If you don't believe me, start a channel. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, man, let's head out. It's a beautiful day. It's Wednesday, March 17th. You'll probably be seeing this tomorrow, which hopefully will also be a beautiful day. So let's get to walking, man. Let's get this off my face. All right, man, it's really sunny. Now, for those of you who don't know, if I say the word Tico, Tico is what Costa Ricans call themselves. It is not a disrespectful word by any means. Matter of fact, it's one of love, actually. So, when you hear the word Tico. Now, if you hear the word gringo, that's everybody else. That's us. All right? Oh my gosh, check out the volcano. Now, I'll tell you why I love living in this barrio in particular. This is Barrio Pilo, because it's close to the center of town. I mean, I ride my bike pretty much everywhere, but if I want to walk, I can, and the center of town is only 6 minutes away. My gym is only 6 minutes away. The grocery store is like 4 minutes away, and everything is very convenient. Now, I should say, I mean, although I've never had a car in Costa Rica, I do have access to one. For those of you who know D'Angelo, my kind of sidekick partner, does have a car, and if I needed one, I could use one. So when I say I don't have a car, I kind of do. All right, check out this place. All right, this is like a hippie little commune place. I think it's very cheap to stay there. You just kind of rent it by the room and stuff. Now, for those of you guys who don't know La Fortuna, you can get any price range of rentals here in La Fortuna. You can get something for $100 in somebody's house in a room, and you can also get a nice condo or so for like $1,200 a month. It has everything that you would want in it. So anything you're looking for is in Fortuna if you wanted to. I got to tell you that most gringos don't choose Fortuna to live. We have a lot of them here, but most of them, I don't know, maybe it's a tourist town, maybe it's the humidity, I'm not sure. Check this out. Beautiful, right? Like I always say, I never get tired of looking at that. Oh no, you're good. Okay. You're good. Now, back in my barrio, since we are kind of close to town, there are like a lot of these like places. This is Hotel Alicia. You know, these little well, it looks like it's got about 10 rooms. You know, and there's a lot of them back here. I don't know how they get people. Maybe it's mostly Ticos. I think they are on the internet, places like this. Not sure how busy they'd be right now, but there's quite a few of these places back in here. For those of you always asking about internet is fine back here. I know a lot of people that work on the internet back here that need good internet. I happen to be one of them. So you can get all the internet you want back here. Got this. There's a lot of rooms back here, whether they're hotel rooms like I just showed you, apartment complexes, which I will show you some more. A lot of rental opportunities. There's quite a few Airbnbs back here. Obviously, I had mine back here. Now, a source of contention that people like to say, mostly about San Jose, but it really applies everywhere. You know, they always ask about the barbed wire and the bars, like that. See that? The answer is quite simple. Hold on. Okay, so this is one of the tour companies. They have all their vans back here, but they're actually located in the center of town. This is Huckamar. Let's go this way. Okay, back to the bars. You're going to notice almost every house has bars, and if it's a business, it usually has some barbed wire, and the reason is quite simple. It's the cheapest alternative. Not everyone can afford a gated community. Not everybody can have key card access or a security guard at the entrance. So this is what they do to protect themselves, and it's actually quite effective, because once your house is kind of protected like this, you're kind of good, because they're really not strong-arm people. They do things more through opportunity. In other words, if your laptop is sitting on your car seat with your door unlocked, you know, that's just a good opportunity. So once your stuff is secure, you're usually good. Most people, if you get your stuff stolen, it's usually from people that you let in your house, tell you the truth. So again, you see a lot of this, all gated or barred. I'm out a little early, so usually there are kids over here. Just a little playground. There's another view of the volcano. Ah, I love the volcano. Hey, that's their little soccer field for the kids. Now, living in these kind of barrios, usually it's, again, it's safe. If you leave your bike unlocked outside, that could be taken. But other than that, you're pretty good. Neighbors are usually very friendly. A lot of family stuff going on. Unless there's a soccer game or an important holiday, it's usually fairly quiet, you know. The only thing is maybe dogs. I think I made a video about that not too long ago. Dogs can be a little annoying at times, we'll say. A lot of you guys asked. This is this is Interbus. This is probably the biggest shared shuttle service in Costa Rica. Easy to get around from place to place. And this is where they kept all their buses. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because of the pandemic or whatever. They have these street signs. These were put up, I don't know, let's say 5 years ago. Nobody uses them. If you ask somebody back here what street they live on, they probably couldn't even tell you. Kids are back in school. They wear uniforms here. I don't know if you caught those kids there. I've kind of mentioned it before. Gringos, there's gringos back here. For instance, me. But this isn't normally somebody is coming from the States, maybe like you. The reason people might pick a barrio is because it's going to be probably a little cheaper. But I would say most gringos, obviously not all, but most gringos want a little bit bigger piece of land. They want to start a garden. and they're out a little bit. You know, they want maybe at least 1,000 square meters, and they want to be a little bit more privatized. The gringos live here. There's a couple different groups. Ones that just have a house here but don't live here all the time. Maybe come here for a few months at a time. People like me who live kind of on a budget. So there's those kind of people. But most gringos do live outside of the barrios, you know, more in like the, I don't know, what do you want to say, countryside, kind of like where D'Angelo's mountain house is. Now, I don't know if you guys all, well, you wouldn't remember this. I lived right here for 3 years, probably the worst 3 years of my life, when I was a complete drunk. All my stories from back there are almost all bad. So again, these are all apartments. All apartments. Some of these go for, I think I was living there for 300. But there's a lot bigger places than there. 2 stories. You know, they're like 600, 700, whatever. Again, all ranges back here. You got the cheaper houses like mine, the complete Tico houses, and you got some nice. You definitely got some nicer houses too. Nice river back there. Let's go this way. So you can see it's, I think it's around 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's pretty quiet. Okay, can never show enough of the volcano, can you? I don't think so. It doesn't, it's getting a little better. The electricity can go out. I don't know what is quite a bit, but the good thing is it doesn't stay off for very long. It might do a real quick second, like not every day, but close, and you don't even notice it. You just know your microwave. You keep resetting it. But for the most part, not really a nuisance. It gets put back on fairly quickly. I love these red palms. They're nice, right? See, everybody's got their own little what's the word for that? When your house is completely fenced off, compound, get their own little compound. So here's a house for sale. It says se vende. So se vende means for sale. Now, let's say you were this is what I tell you guys to do. Either if that was for rent, it would say se alquilar. So when I tell you you can find things better, I bet that's an annoying dog. So when you see places like this and you're like going, wow, I'm interested in that house, you would get a trusted Tico friend to make that call for you to see how much that house is. You would not go up there yourself. You would be what we call gringo priced. It would be a higher price for the fact that you aren't from here. So it's better to get a trusted Tico friend, ask the price. And that's how you find the good prices. So there's a lot of, and this is how you do it. You basically walk around. Oh, there's a hostel up here, back in here. I would say probably most of these places are also on Airbnb. Is probably how they get people. And I guess when times are better, most of these places do have people in them. And you also have to remember that a lot of places cater to locals, you know, so. See, there's a, I know I keep showing the volcano, but see, there's definitely nice houses back in here. And then it's places like I'm in that bring down the value of the neighborhood. I can tell you one huge problem that most people don't consider when you're looking for especially a rental or even a place to buy. You really got to consider water and rain. If you're looking at a house on a nice day, you may not notice the roof being stained where water comes in, but a lot of times the water's coming from the floors here, from the outside patios, and it comes in and it can be terrible. And of course, they neglect to tell you about that. So it's definitely something you got to check out. Matter of fact, I rented a place back here and had to leave 2 weeks later because the water came right through the roof, and of course they didn't tell us. So it's one of those things you got to check out, especially if you're going to buy. Oh my God, that would be a nightmare if you buy a house and it's all the rain's coming in. Odd looking, I think. Seems like it could have been something. When Airbnbs got big, well, was it really big? About 6 years ago, almost every, hey, come here, come here. Oh my gosh, I got dogs. Hi. What are you doing, huh? Hey. Okay. Place looks like it's empty. Oh, I was saying that, so a lot of people started building these places and adding Airbnbs like everywhere, which is why, I don't know what last count, there was like over 400 Airbnbs here. You know what, I don't want to go down that way. Let's go back this way. Wow, I'm loving this morning. Look at the colors, good Lord. Yeah, I was saying earlier, a lot of people don't pick Fortuna. A lot of it's maybe weather oriented, or the fact that it's not really close to, like, the closest hospital is like an hour from here, and that hospital is not even that great. So a lot of it could be that. A lot of it's humidity. A lot of people pick Nuevo Arenal, which is an hour away from here, around the lake. So a lot of people like it over there. There's a pretty big gringo expat community over there as well. The climates, it rains a lot over there, but it's definitely cooler over there around the lake. So a lot of people opt for that, and a lot of people don't like living in a tourist town, because when it gets packed, and it also can be expensive if you don't know where to go. Luckily I do. So, you recognize this place? He's still doing his thing. That's Tito's Spoons. You've seen this place before, right? He's still doing that, by the way. He's serving lunches, and he's still helping out the kids. So I'm gonna act like a lot of you, maybe this is the first time you've seen my video. If you haven't seen my house, it's probably one of the littlest ones back here, and it's what they call a very basic Tico house, and I pay $230 a month in rent for that. And as you can see, I'm sure most of these places would be more than that. So the big thing that with renting is if you can eventually get your own stuff, it's a big help, because a lot of these places, if they're furnished, they really charge a lot extra. So if you can get down here and kind of amass a little bit of your own stuff, you're going to end up saving quite a bit of money fairly quick, because a furnished place down here can really raise the rent. So yeah. Oh, I got some kind of cool news. Me and D'Angelo got a very cool camera that does a few, maybe little extra things, and we're going to be doing some kind of some more naturey videos, I guess, with this new camera. So we have to learn it first. There's always a learning curve, man. You think you got this technology worked out, and they keep changing it. Yeah, to be honest with you, I didn't really see a lot of for rent signs here. Not sure how good I was looking, but so this is just kind of leaving the barrio, I suppose. And if we were to take a right, look at that. My next video, I'm going to take you this way on a 15-minute walk, and we're going to go to Salto, which is the local water hole. We have made videos about it before a long time ago, but it's a really cool place. A lot of people like to go there, swim, jump off the rope swing. And if we were to go this way, that's just into town right there. As you can see, there's my grocery store I go to. This is what they call, can you see this? This is a sleeping Indian right here. See, this is his stomach. Yes, that is what you think it is. And there's his legs. So they call him, let's see a better picture. Okay, they call him the sleeping Indian. Bike rental place. Now the thing about, there's quite a few barrios around La Fortuna. I would say, I mean, you saw some of the places here. They're nice, right? You know, they're decent. But so some barrios here are better than others. We have a barrio that's kind of known to be a little on the rough side, on the wrong side of town almost. And then we got some with you know, even nicer houses in it, where I think some of the, maybe the hotel owners live or something. And then again, La Fortuna is a farming town. That's how it got on. That's how it started before they realized that the volcano was a volcano. This is a farming town. So there's a lot of nice houses outside, you know, rural, or you know, outside of the barrios. So, which I'll take you around there at some point too. Well, it's for sure a nice day. Working that machete and the weed whacker. Yeah, machetes are big here. Machetes are big. Everything gets machete or weed whacked. I told you guys this before, but this was a mom and pop for a while, for a long time. They had like one can of beans on the shelf, and then this organization has put these all over the place in La Fortuna. But I gotta say, it is a convenience because it's right down the street from me. So it's called the Chris. Alright, man, that's just a little walk up. For those of you, if this is new to you, I will show you my house really quick on the outside. Not gonna go inside, but you can see. This is how a lot of people do their garbage, including me. You buy these bags. See the white lettering there? The white lettering on the bags. It's basically let's say a government bag, and you purchase those bags at like a grocery store or like the place we just passed, the Chris there. And they come in a bunch of different sizes, and you pay for them, and that's how a lot of people pay for their garbage pickup, which is what I do. So this is interesting. Actually, this is right across from me. This used to be apartments, and now they're calling it a part hotel. So, but it says Bendy, so I guess they're selling the units, or maybe they're selling the whole place. Hard to say. Quite a bit of units. They did a lot of work back in there. Air conditioning. For those that you remember, this used to be my Airbnb called the Tico House. So these are the basic Tico houses here. All right, guys, that's it. That's the walk, man. If you have any questions, I'm sure there's something I didn't cover, or comments, always appreciated. Anyway, guys, I'm Michael Allen, travelcostaricanow.com, and I left my fucking door open. That, my friend, is stupid. Fuck.